One does not simply listen to Final Fantasy IX music. One must vibe. Otherwise, what's the point? We are in case 4. I do indeed hope to bore you to sleep. Thank you, Luca. Ace Attorney in space. So I wasn't gonna stream today. I'm not sure how long my eyes are gonna hold out, because my contact's been in for a pretty long time, and they're really not supposed to be in past a certain amount of time where your eyes will start to get irritated. Pretty sure I have a left ear infection, making all this hurt. Right now, swallowing kind of makes that side hurt. And just very tired. But then, something happened. I hit this point where I'm so tired, I have a ton of energy. And I'm feeling froggy. So I thought, why not stream? At least I have the energy. So we'll see what happens tonight. Wow, you spelled it correctly, and class rep isn't even up. Although if I bring her up now, it should work. You should tell Kat. She'll be very proud of you. Well, just be patient. Be patient. Maybe? That's odd. Socket thing worked.
Improvise, adapt, overcome.
What's wrong with congratulations? Oh, that's right! Remember I misspelled it on purpose?
Jesus fucking, are you kidding me?
Oh, it was a good idea, and then I forgot to change it back. I changed it to congratulations. Which would have made it even more sick if you had actually gotten it right. There you go. Alright, we ready for Ace Attorney in space? Oh. 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 Let's go ahead and turn that down. Wow, I was wondering what kind of place this space center would be. Who knew there'd be so much about space here? Almost looks like an amusement park of the future. Yeah, do you know they even let the public see the rockets up close? Oh, so check it out. Look at how brightly the Gyaxa. Oh, what a name. Look at how brightly the Gyaxa logo shines in the sunlight above the entranceway. I really dig the stars and rocket motif it's got going. GDevan, huh? Isn't that the new name of the Federal Space Research and Development Program? Yeah, but boss, you didn't have to be so fancy there. You could have just said R&D. We all know what it means. You're not better than anybody. But why this strange acronym? I mean, what is GAS supposed to stand for? Galaxy? If it were, then the whole thing would be something like Galaxy Exploration Agency. Which, if you ask me, I have abbreviated to GEXA, or even Gaia. Ooh, nice. Although that's not how you actually spell Gaia. Actually, is that how you spell Gaia's in Magic the Gathering? I don't remember. I guess so. Oh, I know. Maybe the person who came up with the name just really likes the letter Y. This exchange is beginning to feel oddly like deja vu. I know, right? Anyway, this place is more than just a research facility, it's also a tourist attraction. Galactic scooter, full speed ahead! You plebeian, how dare you! This is a monument to the human race itself. I'm on a Segway. Arnold for this guy? I guess I can see it. Alright. Yikes, who's this geezer and what does he want? Look at me and look well. Behold the great power of space science. Pardon me, you are? My glorious name is Yuri Cosmos. I am the director of the Cosmos Space Center, the center of the cosmos! Boss, this was pretty groan-inducing. If this person is the Space Center's director, then that means... Ah, so you were one of the first to discover Clay's body, weren't you? That is correct. I was honored to be the very first man in all of space and time to discover the body. Wow. Wow, that's something. What's the talk of the incident? Are you by any chance the space police? Wow, that sounds like an Arnold line. You can't tack the word space onto just any old thing, you know. Archer disagrees. We're Mr. Starbucks lawyers. We're here to investigate his case. Oh, and we're Earth lawyers, by the way. I see. Yes, I've heard about you. In that case, by my esteemed privilege, I grant you permission to investigate. I trust you are appropriately grateful. Now go ahead, have at it. I can already tell he's gonna be nothing but trouble. You hear him talk? That Arnold Schwarzenegger impression's awful. Don't let him hear you say that or you'll see what trouble really is. Let's just be professional and ask him about when he found the body, okay? So as director, what do you do here at the Space Center specifically? Direct. The title is self-explanatory. Defend peace across the galaxy and promote space development in this country. No matter what obstacles stand in our way, we keep going for the sake of mankind. I believe I used the word specifically in my question. Attention all personnel, to your break stations, prepare to break. Oh, I get it. You just wander around and tell people what to do in a self-important manner. That's what a director is, yeah. That is exactly right. Because I am an important man. My manner is important. That's something. Mr. Wright, this man doesn't get sarcasm. Well, there's bound to be some people like that here in the boundlessness of space. What's that? You want to know what it is that makes me important specifically? Very well. I will tell you. I was the central figure of the HAT-1 project. You may proceed to be appropriately impressed. Now go ahead, have at it. I might be more impressed if I knew what he did for it specifically. Did you tell us what you know about the incidents from the other day? I refuse. What? Explaining is a job for common folk, not the director of the center of the cosmos. My testimony, which will go down in space history, will be heard in the courtroom. What? So that means you'll be taking the stand tomorrow? That is correct. I will be the most glorious witness in the history of mankind. I'm not sure if he really understands what being a witness is all about. Looks like Director Cosmos is the type that only talks about what he wants to talk about. Then let's at least try to ask him about the things he might be willing to open up about. The HAT-1 was a rocket that was launched into space 7 years ago, correct? And despite numerous problems, it somehow made its way back home? I suppose it is a part of my job to educate ignorant young folk like you. Very well. I will impart to you the complete story of the HAT-1 project. Oh, thank you very much. HAT-1's noble mission was to collect samples from an asteroid. And Mr. Starbuck was the pilot for that flight. Eventually, the HAT-1 reached its planned orbit. From where it launched the Hope probe towards the asteroid belt. From there, the Hope probe began its long, lonely journey into the far reaches of space. Then, after a terrifying struggle, the HAT-1T returned safely to Earth. That struggle was when the incident known as the HAT-1 miracle occurred, right? Fuck, that's when that shit happened, right? Correct. And it was truly a miracle. It truly was a miracle. Of course, they just had to turn the whole ordeal into a movie. God, I hate movies. Why would anybody want to watch movies when you could do space things? As for the Hope probe, it did eventually arrive safely at its destination. It obtained a few samples from the asteroid and returned to Earth but a few days ago. So what kind of samples are they? What's in them? The samples are scheduled for analysis in the near future. We haven't had time since they just came back the day before Terran's murder. Regrettably, we've had no time to inspect the samples due to everything that has occurred. Well, why would they have been going back into space then? But this puts our space development program ahead of other countries by several years. That's quite impressive. Guess this guy isn't just a loudmouth braggart after all. It's a golden age of space development. Our predecessors were successful in bringing a moon rock back. That is the greatest achievement in the history of the Space Center. The public fell in love with space and all of its glorious potential. A moon rock, huh? I remember that being big. Our endeavors with the moon rock lives on in our work with those asteroid samples. I've had to bestow new hopes and dreams for the future upon mankind once again. That is my mission as a man who stands at the center of the cosmos. There's a lot of research into moon rocks and stardust from asteroids these days. They say the results could potentially have a huge impact on all of civilization. Is that did you make a joke there? A hearty har-har? It's like we're in a new space race with every other country out there. What? Bite your tongue! It's not for anything so base as money or politics. It's all for the brilliant future that waits mankind, and all for my illustrious mission. With the recent budget cuts, my staff tells me finances are tight, but I won't hear it. I guess even a space program has to watch its budget. By the way, you seem awfully knowledgeable about this kind of thing, Athena. It's not. So the joke was that asteroids and stuff make an impact. Like it's a joke about it. Something hitting the Earth. Impact. Huh? Oh, well, you know, I thought I'd better brush up for the case. Is that so? Then I'll be on my way. As you can see, I'm very busy and a very important man. Very Austrian. Kind of. Not really. Galactic scooter, fire up the main engine, max battle speed, and... engage. That thing is surprisingly fast. Guess we'd better get going, too. You bet! Let's make it so! Having just finished up Picard Season 3, I am quite pleased with that. Engage and then make it so. Like fucking... greatest Starfleet captain of all time. Be quoted in every game. Apparently people disagree. They say he should be the Russian. But my Russian is not so good, yeah. What the fuck is this? So this is where Mr. Terran was murdered. Not what I expected. Yeah, this is the lounge. Let's see that diagram the police made again. Right now we're in the main building here on the right side on the 3rd floor. Yes, where it's clearly marked lounge. They and Mr. Starbuck fled here from Launchpad 1 after the explosion. Hey, you there. No admittance without express permission. We're Mr. Starbuck's lawyers. We've come to investigate. Sorry, nobody gets in without permission. Not even the police superintendent. Ah, yes. Let's continue to hamper the defense's ability to have a fair trial. Can't have Detective Fulbright getting mad at me. So Detective Fulbright's here, huh? Yeah, he's in the Launchpad 1 corridor. Go get clearance from him and then we'll talk. Is this swanky? I personally wouldn't call this swanky. I mean, this is cool, this thing up here. Like, the rest of it looks like it could all be made from, like, plastic. Leave it to me. I'm great at getting intel out of Detective Fulbright. I just prey on his insecurities. Let's see, what trick should I use on him today? I don't know if I should be grateful or afraid. So, to get to the Launchpad 1 corridor, you just have to go through that door with the blue rocket on it, I think. Wait, that door. It looks awfully familiar. Get out of there, boss. This is the door Clay and Mr. Starbuck used during their escape from the launch pad. As you should have been able to obviously tell. Ah, that explains it. The fingerprint system has been deactivated, so I think we just passed through. Now, come on, let's go! So this is it, huh? This is the corridor the two of them used in their escape. Yep, this is the only thing connecting Launchpad 1 with the main building. I see police tape down at the other end. I guess we won't be looking at the launch pad. I mean, sure, if yellow tape makes you stop in your path. After the explosion, the whole corridor must have been filled with smoke. The launch pad itself was probably a sea of flames. Must have been pretty scary for them. No, they were just like, oh, this is a walk in the park. Fucking... Why? Why even say that? Of course they were. Now, where could Detective Fulbright be? Hey, I think that's him over there, the only other human here. What should I do? Which path is the path of justice? I wish I had a better, fucking... What's his fuck voice? Because then I could be Zap Brannigan. Go along with the space theme. Unfortunately, this is the closest I can get to that voice, and it is not much like his voice at all. He seems to be lost. That's funny. This corridor is a straight shot. Huh? Ah, it's you lawyer people. Welcome to the Space Center. Enjoying a relaxing day off, are you? Here for a little rocket sightseeing? We're here to investigate the scene, same as you. Do you have any info to share? Boss, if he acts at all reluctant to give us information, we hit him with the "whatever shall we do" act. I'm sure he'll fall for it. Got it? Why would you say that out loud? Are we trying to catch the unruly family dog here or something? Info on the case, huh? Alright, I'll gladly share some with you. Some. Huh? What just happened? Detectives and lawyers seeking truth and justice side by side. I like it. Just take whatever you want from me, you info bandits. I'm in a generous mood today. I don't know. There's something weird about Detective Fulbright today. Well, we need information, so let's run with it. If you say so. Detective Fulbright, could you give us permission to investigate the crime scene? There's an officer on guard and we can't get in. Oh, whatever shall we do? That's an easy one. I'll let them know over there to let you in. Investigate to your heart's content. Take a week if you need it. A month even. I mean, the trial will be long over by then, but, you know, take your time. Shall I have some snacks delivered? One of my men gives a mean neck rub. No, that's okay, but thanks. God, that's one thing I don't have on staff is a masseuse. Definitely not the Fulbright I know. Detective Fulbright is acting sickeningly sweet. It's kind of gross, actually. Do you think he hit his head or something? Who knows? Whatever the case, it's making our lives way easier. You were here at the Space Center at the time of the incident, weren't you, Detective? That's right, I was here on a security assignment. The police are required to secure rocket launches now? I didn't know that. Yes. Well, you know us, to serve and protect. You guys know to whom protect and serve belongs to? I did not know this for a long time. I thought that was just kind of like all police, but apparently it is one very specific police department. The explosions occurred while I was here on duty, so I started leading the evacuation. He's leaving out a lot of details, but okay. Could you tell us more about what happened? Of course, a bomb went off on the second floor of the main building. Right after that, the one over in Launchpad 1 also blew sky high. So I immediately instructed the visitors and employees to evacuate to the shelter. A shelter? That's right, there's an evacuation shelter in the basement of the Space Center. It's there for accidents and emergencies and the like. So where were you when the first bomb went off? I was on duty on the 4th floor. It was quite the madhouse, I tell you. The elevator wasn't working on account of the explosion, and the stairs on the 2nd floor were destroyed, so I couldn't go that way. Then it wasn't possible to get down to the basement shelter? No, we lowered an emergency ladder from a 4th floor window and escaped that way. That is a long way down to climb down a ladder. Wow. It's not the Secret Service. 99% sure it's the LAPD. Which keeps up with the Japanifornia theme. Obviously wasn't a step. Yeah, I was just gonna say, it definitely wasn't a step ladder. It was a folding ladder, so it wasn't very stable. But at least it reached the ground. That's crazy. That's actually crazy. A bunch of people climbed down an unstable folding ladder that was 4 stories tall. And they were all able to get out without issue. I'm not saying it's unbelievable. I'm just saying that's fucking nuts. After I secured the ladder, I left to take another look around for any other survivors. Once everyone else got out safely, I made my way down too and headed for the shelter. Wow, what an ordeal. But climbing down an emergency ladder kind of sounds fun. Fuck that. Yeah, you go first and then hold it to steady it for everyone else. Thank you for your answers, Detective. They were very helpful. Just a moment. I have some more information to share with you. But don't tell Prosecutor Blackwell, okay? Wow, and Prosecutor Blackwell usually has you on a short leash, too. Ironic. Well, never mind that. I thought you should know that there was a witness. Could you tell us more about the witness? Color me intrigued. Sure thing. The witness was a Space Center employee who was on the 4th floor. While she was climbing down, she looked through a window into the 3rd floor lounge. So she was looking at the crime scene from the outside. That's right. It was just a matter of chance that she saw something important. Not that I know what she saw exactly yet, though. You don't? But that's the most important thing of all. Don't you worry, I'll get around to interviewing her soon enough. She should still be somewhere here in the Space Center. You might even run into her. It really concerns me that you keep referring to this witness as her, because that leaves one very distinct possibility open. And if it happens, I'm going to be so sad. 4th floor employee, huh? Alright. Thanks for the info, Detective Fulbright. Gee, you sure are being cooperative, Detective. A little too cooperative, even. Yes, well, actually, something you can't talk about? Yes, something like that. Anyway, never mind. Don't worry about me. Well, I'll be on my way now. What was that all about? Something is definitely going on. I'm gonna get it out of him next time I see him. Okay. Not sure he'll talk about it, though. Well, we have permission to investigate now. Let's head back to the boarding lounge. You too. Detective Fulbright has granted you permission to investigate. He also said I should bring you some snacks or give you a neck rub too if you'd like. Oh, that's alright, Lou, but thank you for the offer. Well, time to roll up our sleeves and start investigating. Now let's see. Where's that diagram again? So this lounge is on the 3rd floor of the main building. And according to Apollo, this is where he believes a third party killed his friend. Let's stop the recap and start looking for the traces of this third person then. You read my mind, Athena. We'll make that our first priority. There's just one problem though. This room. Sucks. It's just so big. Don't worry. We could use this to help us. A Space Center pamphlet for tourists? Yep, picked it up at the entrance. The maps inside should come in handy. Let's see. Yep, here it is. A map of the lounge. This is the door we went through to talk to Detective Fulbright. Oh yeah, that's the door with the fingerprint recognition lock. Well, I guess this map will make things a little easier. Yeah, no more excuses. Let's track down the third person. Wait. There's just one more thing. What's that strange creature moving around outside the window? Oh, boss, it's just a holographic image. Oh, sorry. Fuck me. I forgot that we lived in a world where we don't have smartphones, but holographic images are just child's play to these fucking space centers. Oh yeah, I knew that. Fucking just testing to see if you knew that. Ooh, that's a relief. There should be a button somewhere in this room to turn the image on and off. That's what it says in the pamphlet anyway. The only reason you're so eager to start is so that you can push that button, isn't it? And what's wrong with that? Let's just look for the button while we're looking for clues. Alright, fine. Let's get investigating. So this is where they discovered Clay. Yeah, he was already dead when they found him. Let's take a look at the photo. Again, where he's stabbed. So he's stretched out like this and... Huh? It's that thing that looks like a thermos. That's the thing that Prosecutor Blackwell mentioned when I was in court with Apollo. He said that it contains asteroid samples. Oh, right. The director Cosmos mentioned something about that too, didn't he? That they were brought back only 5 days ago by the probe that the HA-1T launched? Wonder what they look like. Do you think they'll let us see? Let's think about that after we've solved the case, okay? Is it common for space centers to have state-of-the-art entertainment tech? They have holograms playing around everywhere so that children can enjoy them? No, that's actually not the case. That is very much not the case. I wish! That's some pretty futuristic looking furniture over there. By futuristic you mean sterile. And uncomfortable. According to the pamphlet, these are no ordinary chairs. They're like amusement park teacup rides. You can power them yourself, it says. Well, that's significantly better then. If you spin the table, your chair spins too. Why would anyone want to have something like that here? Is you fucking kidding me? That sounds delightful. It's for astronauts who have trouble with the device on the ceiling. No vertical spins. It says that it's a training device that's easy on the eyes and on the body. Can a person really call themselves an astronaut if they can't handle 0G? Look at fucking Phoenix the ableist. At first glance, it looks like a peaceful landscape, but then there's that creature. Didn't the Hope probe go to some planet? Maybe this is what its surface looked like. First of all, they specifically said it went to an asteroid, which is not a planet. Otherwise, it would not be called an asteroid. Second of all, in order for it to have this sort of look, the asteroid would have to have an atmosphere and be in the rings of Saturn. But it's not even the rings of Saturn because it's further away from Saturn because you can see the rings. So it'd have to be like, what, Titan or something like that. But again, Titan's not an asteroid. I don't know. It would have made the news if they discovered a creature like that. It did make quite a bit of news, though, when the probe came back. Yeah, but the Hope probe didn't even go to a planet. It went to an asteroid. That's a big rock kind of thing. Even aliens can't live there. Okay, Phoenix. Mr. I know what every single alien in existence, what their living conditions must be. You do understand that there might be something out there that doesn't require oxygen to live, right? Or heat. For that matter. It's only Pluto if Pluto was significantly closer to Saturn all of a sudden. You keep thinking. You keep thinking on that. That's a big rock kind of thing. Even aliens can't live there. I love how you're not an alien. I know every alien in the universe. Like, what kind of statement is that? Oh, we know everything about aliens, don't we? They can't live there. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? Honestly, what the fuck are you talking about? Yes. Though obviously the further away you are, well, actually that's not true. If you're too far away, then you reach the like kind of the opposite problem. I forget what's that fuck, what's it called? Anyways, yes. But there could be aliens that can deal with that. We have no fucking idea. As far as we know, that would be very difficult, but the whole universe out there, who knows? Now, I'm not an X-Files Agent Fox Mulder something out there, or fuck, what was his line? Anyways, I'm not like that. Just, there is something else. The universe is too big for there to be nothing else. That would be crazy. And I think it's arrogant for human beings to believe anything otherwise. The truth is out there. Thank you. A window. And it's right next to the holographic image, too. I bet it's here to help people see the stark contrast between reality and virtual reality. Way off, it says emergency ventilation, you know, to clear smoke from a fire. I did miss what Zeph said, until Lugia said the truth is out there. Oh yeah, but he wasn't talking about that. He said aliens, like very generally. That's my problem with his statement, is how generally he used that term, as though he was aware of what all aliens are like and what their specified living conditions are. That thing, yeah, it probably wouldn't survive all that well. See, it's pointing out the virtual insanity of reality. No matter how I look at it, all I can think of is torture device. Maybe he's talking about immigrants. Yes, he would be right. If that's what he was talking about, he would be right. But I guess it's a training device for getting used to zero gravity. I have always wanted to go on one of these. Like, it might make me sick and I might end up hating it, but I'd love to try it. I love, like, amusement park rides and stuff like that. Roller coasters, gimme all of it. I love that shit. Makes me feel alive, man. Uh-oh. Athena has an odd glint in her eye. Is she thinking about trying that thing out? I should try to stop her, but I'm afraid she'll just outmuscle me. Oh yeah, these fucking arms of steel she has. Hey, Mr. Wright! Look at that up there! Some kind of fragment? It's stuck in tight. Oh, so that's what the glint was all about. That color looks familiar. I think it's part of an oxygen tank. I think you're right, but if that's here... She threw one person. Just because it happened one time doesn't mean she'd be able to throw Phoenix. We do not have enough evidence to assume that would be the case. Is it possible? Yes. Would I be worried about it if I were Phoenix? No. We have no idea the height, the weight of that officer. We have no idea how it happened, whether he was at all ready for it, whether or not she just happened to get in the perfect position to do it, or if she actually knows the technique to be able to do. See this? That's why making that sort of assumption is asinine. Phoenix is just a little bitch, that's why. It's the way it is. I mean, this is the dude that, like, let Von Karma tase the shit out of him. Better believe I'm gonna punch the shit out that fucking old ass man in his goddamn face. Fucking let him tase you. What's wrong with you? It means Clay's tank ruptured after they arrived at the boarding lounge. I mean, I'm sure there was something that was needed to live on Ganymede and Cowboy Bebop, I would assume. So Prosecutor Blackwell's theory that Mr. Starbuck dropped Clay down the ladder must be wrong. This proves that both of the astronauts were alive when they reached the boarding lounge. So, Apollo was right. The scene of the murder wasn't the launch pad. Hee hee, way to go, Apollo! So it looks like there are 3 doors that lead in and out of this room. Well, let's check. Drum roll, please! Ta-da! The Space Center pamphlet. Oh, God, this again. We're here at this place that says yes, I fucking know! Okay, they made up for it. Here are the 3 doors. Let's call them Lefty, Righty, and Downy. People usually say west, east, and south in a case like this, you know. I disagree. They actually say that sort of thing far less often than you think. Details, details. Anyways, take a look at the west door. You mean lefty. That door with the rocket icon leads to Launchpad 1. I know because it says here on the map, Launchpad 1. Yes, I know. I know, Athena. I also have eyes that are capable of sight. So that's where we were with the detective. It was filled with smoke after the explosion. Right, next up is the right-hand side of the map, or east in your world. Fucked up world. What kind of world do you live in? That's the door with the satellite dish icon to the signify communication, aka the control room. Yep, it definitely says control room, because again, I have eyes, capable of sight. Looks like it has another door on the opposite side. It too has a lefty, righty, and a downy. They communicate and exchange information with rockets and probes in space from there. So it's the center of the Space Center. The Space Center, if you will. Does everybody start to talk like Director Cosmos after they've been here for a while? But it seems that they built a new command center on the 6th floor. That's what they used for the HAT-2 mission. So this control room was empty at the time. I always wanted to see the inside of a mission control room. And since we're here, I'd love to do that too, but it doesn't look like we'll be able to. They want to keep curious kids like you out. So the door is protected with fingerprint recognition. Only the director can go through. With that much security, I'm definitely not the one they're looking to keep out, Athena. So apparently the lock is also hooked up to a backup generator in case of emergencies. Okay, what about that last door? Downey? Oh, good old Downey. This lower door, excuse me. I mean, south door. It leads to the elevators. This is the door we came through when we entered this room, right? Yep, and of course, there was no fingerprint recognition device, so it's open to anyone. The elevators weren't working at the time due to the explosion. Well, that's about it for the 3 musketeers of the boarding lounge. Thanks. Understanding the layout of the lounge should help us understand the case. That's why I thought we'd better have a good grasp of where all the doors go. This is actually, this is great. I just want to mention that, because, like, we're here. We've actually hit everything up over here. But it's just like giving you a little, it was done very organically. Just a little reminder, there's the other side of the room too. Just a little reminder. Nothing too fancy or in your way, you know. This must be the security camera that recorded the astronauts making their escape. Oh, let's commemorate this occasion with love and peace! Alright, Vash. If you're done now, shall we move on? Yeah, okay. Just one more for the road. Peace! Actually, we're in Japanifornia. That means victories. Fucking. Why did I even hire her? Very mature. God, I hate when people have fun. Fucking, ugh. Jesus Christ, Phoenix. Let's see. This door is lefty. We don't need to see the fucking... Yep, fingerprint recognition device. We know that already. Does this mean that the bomber's prints were verified by the system? The number of authorized personnel was supposed to be really small. Voila! Fingerprint powder. I brought it just in case something like this came up, since you don't bring jack shit with you. I found it at the office. I've just been itching for a chance to use it. Wow, way to think ahead, because Lord knows I don't. Now let's test the fingerprint recognition device and see what we can find. Lord knows the police don't do their goddamn job. You got it. Now let's sprinkle some here, and a little over there, and boop! Let's see what we have here. Oh, we got something. Aw, it's only a single set of prints. Isn't that a good thing? Sure wish we could figure out whose prints these are. Although I doubt we'll be so lucky as to get the culprit's prints on the first try. I'm willing to bet that Detective Fulbright has some fingerprint data. Right, and there's the security footage of this door too. Yes, here it is. It came up in the court in court the other day. I wish we could see that part of the footage just after this bit. Oh, because that would be right before the murder. Would be right before the murder, wouldn't it? That's the detective. Moody's in. He'll probably show it to us right away. Yeah, he's in almost too good of a mood today. Let's go see if we can find him again once we're done with this room. So this is the fingerprint recognition device. I guess you put your hand on this hand mark. Yeah. No, you put your foot there, Phoenix. God. Well, I guess when you can try. Now to line up my hand with the outline. Don't, Athena. The thing is related to the case. You get your prints all over that, and the next thing you know, you'll be named a suspect. I know too many people that shit has happened to. Oh shit, I might be a war criminal. Nick, come on, let me out. Ah, let me out. Wow, how can you be so cruel to a little girl like me? I'm not buying those tears, Missy. what this big knob's for. Looks like the knob on a stove. Well, it's the same shape, but I think that's where the similarities end. I mean, it's behind a glass pane. What kind of stove requires knob security like this? A stove in a house with a child in it? Jeez, you want to child-proof your stove. But that's why my stove doesn't have knobs on it in general. Child cannot reach my stove's operations. Well, the knob is straight up and down, so if it was for a stove, the burner would be off. Right, if it was for a stove. Still, I wonder what it's really for. Something turned on by a knob that's not a stove? How about a rocket engine? If you had to start the engine here, the rocket would take off before you could get in. And I guess all we can say for now is that it's a mystery knob. I'm guessing it's like a manual release. Oh, that looks fun. Here's another amazing piece of equipment. Walk on the surface of the moon, it says. Oh boy, I want to try it! Gravity is weak on the moon, so I bet I could do some mid-air somersaults. We're still on Earth, remember? Besides, it's connected to the ceiling. Well, at least I could jump really high. There's a sign on the wall that very clearly says, "Don't jump too high." Well, see, this is the problem. Let's stop here and rewind. This is, you see, you can't have language like that. Don't jump too high. Why do you not have language like that? Well, what's too high? That depends on the person. They're not really specific, so like one person's too high might not be another person's too high, which means they'd probably be looking at it in a way where it's like, what does a reasonable person think is too high? But then how do you determine what a reasonable person thinks is too high? Then you have to go through a bunch of fucking... That makes my head hurt. Okay. And what good is this thing? Didn't I say in the beginning, walk on the surface of the moon? Hey, I see something shiny down there. Let's take this cover off then. Bullet. What's this? It looks like a metal jelly bean. It looks like a metal jelly bean. It's really small, but it's a bullet. It's only about 2 to 3 millimeters in diameter. Let's see. That would make the caliber 10 millimeter? Caliber refers to the diameter of a gun. Caliber refers to the diameter of a gun's barrel, right? Yes, but I've never heard of a 10 millimeter caliber gun before. This bullet must be for a special kind of gun. It is for the best gun ever. But if you tried firing a bullet this small with a regular sized gun, it would just fall right out. Yeah, it must have been a really small gun. The coloration is so off that this copper jacket bullet looks like a monolithic brass bullet. Oh, I wonder how the bullet ended up here. God damn it! I mean, we're in the bottom left of this diagram. On the south door side of the downy door side of the room, according to this map. And we have to pull out again. That's pretty far from where Clay's body was. Maybe the police didn't think to look here. That is just incompetence. That room's not even that big. Check everything. The gun's a 10 millimeter. Bullets 2 to 3 millimeter. Look at this diagram. Every time Twain does it, makes him mad. Yeah, leave it to Detective Fulbright to accidentally hand us the card we need. Yes, had my eye on this little garbage disposal thing. What's this, a trapdoor? It's a trash chute. The cleaning robots throw the garbage out from here. The robots do the cleaning? What a futuristic world we live in. And one where we use machines to take jobs from people. I just hope they don't revolt like they do in science fiction movies. No way, all the robots here are very nice. They're not nice, they have no personality. They're programmed to simply do what you is that what nice is? Where you're simply programmed to do what people tell you to do? I told you, I'm feeling froggy today. A lot of weird things causing some very strong reactions for me. Actually, wasn't there one in the Launchpad 1 corridor? We can go say hi to it if you want. Oh, wait. I did that one. But is there something I'm missing, or do I just have to go to the... Oh. The fuck did they put a spider web there for? Why? You'll even see spiders on different planets. Fuckers, you'll never escape them. A bright purple sky, plenty of greenery, and a tranquil lake. The idyllic scene stretches on as far as the eye can see. Is purple really idyllic? Is it? I think that's like mildly concerning. I mean, it is. I would love it because I love purple. But I think a lot of people would see that and go, huh, is there something wrong? It's beautiful, but it lacks something to make it truly captivating. Realism. Okay, now I think I've checked everything. I'm missing anything. Oh, there's another side. Okay. There's some kind of panel with 2 buttons on it here. Just push it. That's the invariable principle of buttons. There are such things as buttons left unpushed. Yeah, but if you don't use it, you lose it. Hey, the giant holographic image disappeared. Yeah, so that side of the wall seems to be kind of barren without it now. Yeah, this is how space would actually look, fuckface. Still, let's see if we can't find anything new with the image off. Not if you're on a planet, obviously. The holographic image off, the screen is completely black, which for some reason makes me think of losing an argument to Prosecutor Blackwell in court. But at least it's got my brain revved up. I come up with my best ideas at times like these. Oh, that spider web is, I see. Oh, it's not a spider web. It's a bullet hole. Hey, Mr. Wright, take a look at this. It's like a bullet hole. Great find, Athena. It's pretty big. Whoever fired the shot must have been using a pretty large gun. Apparently not that 10mm. You think so? Based on my experience, I'd say this was fired from a regular pistol. Well, whatever size it was, someone fired a gun in here, right? Apparently, this is an important fact. Do you see a bullet anywhere? No? The police might have taken it, though. Well, what are you talking? We do have a bullet! It just definitely doesn't match that size. Let's ask Detective Fulbright about this bullet hole later. Beat boop, beat boop. Yikes! What in the world? It's a robot? Well, I'm glad we got that cleared up. I'm sorry, I make myself laugh in these scenarios. Oh, Ponco, I missed you! Huh? Do you know this thing, Athena? Oh, she, showed us around the last time when I came here with Apollo. Oh, you're such a good girl, Ponco. It's a good girl. Wow, a guide robot. That's pretty cool. My name is Phoenix Wright. Nice to meet you. Huh? Ouch, that hurt. Oh, she has to register people she meets for the first time. Please register him, Ponco. His name is Phoenix. A bit overly familiar, but I'll allow it. Call my boss by his first name. Is that overly familiar? I mean, maybe. Maybe it is. I don't know. Oh, sure. Bing. It is, but they don't have to do that here, because this is America and the localization. They don't have to say the same thing. Remember that. Ah, nickname. Huh? This robot is pretty cute. You made a friend, boss. Isn't it great? Oh, goody. Let's go, boss. Go where? Why would this be racist? Towards robots? That's robophobic! Oh wow, what is this place? Is that rocket real? Well, is a robot a race or a species? Exactly. Which they've definitely done before. So that it makes more sense to an American audience. That's a part of what localization means. It doesn't mean translating word for word. The Space Museum? Oh, here it is on the map. Oh, great, another map. Okay, so it's on the exact opposite side of the main building from Launchpad 1. Oh, are we gonna have a V3, not V3, a 2-4 situation happening here? Danganronpa 2-4? Depends on what tabletop RPG. Fair. This is quite the place. I can't believe we get to see a rocket this close up. I don't know how much longer I can go with that. I wonder if Ponco knows why the launch was canceled. Spacesuits, photos, newspaper articles. I'd like to come here again on a day off. Yeah, I am just singing. Because I don't know what else to do. I've been doing a really bad mimicking of R2-D2, but even R2-D2 has like a very limited like set of sounds. Hey, what's this a photo of? GLaDOS and C-3PO are both good suggestions. It's supposed to be a girl though, right? So... and not annoying. I guess both of them are annoying. Hold on. I haven't heard GLaDOS' voice in fucking forever. Her voice is higher than I remember it. What? That's the second game. I've never played Portal 2, so I've never heard that before. Can we not go crazy? Oh, there's the lower one. This is really fucking funny. She's like, I like this guy. take the lemons. Oh, I like this guy. Oh, that was outstanding. Outstanding. People are like, "But you serious? You didn't play Portal 2? God, why would we play Portal 2? Maybe it's because when I played Portal 1, it was with my ex-girlfriend, and we played it co-op, and every time I think about it, I think of her, and it makes me fucking, like, this weird, really weird combination of sad and happiness and anger and depression and relief and contentment and aggression and denial and acceptance. Yeah, well, X's can create that sort of mood matrix. But in all seriousness, I hold no ill will towards her. It's just, that doesn't mean you still don't feel like, you know, icky. It was also 15 years ago, so I should probably let it go. She was not, but she was a gamer. My wife is not. Actually, I guess it wasn't that long. It was 13 years ago. Phoenix, that's the staff of the H1 and the HAT1 project. Oh, there's Mr. Starbuck. He looks so young and so different. And not so stupid. And that's... What is it, Athena? Is something wrong? Oh, nothing. I just thought Mr. Starbuck looked really young too, that's all. Well, 7 years ago, after all. The young man standing next to Mr. Starbuck, who apparently doesn't look any goddamn different, is Clay Tarrant, the victim. So they were mentor and protege even way back then. He's even got one of the staff jackets. He looks like a regular staff member. Why isn't fucking Apollo in this picture? That's shitty. No, Clay was still a student then. He just borrowed some of Solomon's old jackets. Oh, okay, that makes sense. Clay would have still been in high school 7 years ago. He still looks like he's in high school. Was in high school. Everybody looks so happy. Well, does he look happy? He looks like pleased. I wouldn't say happy. I have heard that gamer girls exist, so this must be true. Oh, the problem with that relationship is that we were too similar. And the problem with being too similar is it's hard to pick each other up out of those despair pits. Whereas if you're with somebody that isn't as much like you, you will, you know, sort of push each other more, and that friction can be a good thing. Why would they let you do that? Yikes. I got my explosion out. We're all good. I mean, I might explode about something else later. This space museum is great. What fantastic exhibits.
This area used to be Launchpad 2. That's why the only entrance is on the 3rd floor.
Wouldn't it be better if they just made a new ground floor entrance instead?
There was talk of it, but they had to scrap their plans because of the budget cuts. Budget cuts, budget cuts. We need more money, money.
How are you creating precipitation there? You should not be able to cry. That is very strange. Or sweat or anything, really. Who would record that kind of information into a guide robot?
While it was in space, the HAT-1 launched a probe called Hope. The Hope probe collected some samples from an asteroid and returned 5 days ago.
That's what Director Cosmos said, too. He told us it came back the day before Clay was killed.
And here it is, the Hope Space Probe! Fuck, not that button.
I think I've seen that logo somewhere before. Let's see. Oh yeah, the capsule that the victim was carrying. I think it had the same logo. Oh, it's the samples that it brought back, allegedly. Except they were going to take it back into space for some reason. Or they just had it stored there for even a stranger reason. I think it can be seen in the photo attached to the autopsy report. I'm not lazy, Ventus. I say all the letters. I mean, you can be lazy if you want and call it Hat 1 and Hat 2. But that ain't me. Maybe she'll give me some more info if I show it to her. God, come on, Phoenix. Stop holding my goddamn hand. Autopsy. Ponco, you recognize this capsule here in the top right?
Checking registered data. Ah! I know. It's the Hope capsule. It was carried inside the Hope probe.
It contained the asteroid samples, right?
Yes, it was designed to store the samples gathered by the Hope probe. It's been stored in the safe in Launchpad 1 ever since it returned to Earth.
That is... Why is the safe in Launchpad 1? Are you kidding me? Oh. I don't think hat's a cool word at all. I think hat sounds stupid.
I wear a hat.
Yeah, well, I wear a cap. You do understand that there's a difference between scuba and the HAT-1, right? In that that's like HAT is another word for something else, as opposed to scuba is not. Yes? Yes? Understand that? Is the difference there? Yeah, that fucking stupid line. That's right.
It must not be removed! It must not be removed!
Don't worry, Ponco. The people in charge already know what happened.
They do? They do? I must ask them later.
The capsule was being kept in Launchpad 1, huh? Maybe Clay was trying to carry it to safety after the explosion. Yes. Yes. No. Fuck that, Zeph. They're fedora tricks. Or bowler tricks. I'll accept that too.
The Space Center staff must have been really excited to finally get the capsule back. It's a pity this incident occurred before they got a chance to check the contents.
Well, the police took it as evidence, so they'll have to wait a little longer. Ooh, sombrero trick. I can get behind it. Well, okay, so part of the issue is that sombrero is actually already used in baseball for some reason. I don't know why. I honestly have no idea why, but it's something called the golden sombrero. Don't let that name fool you, though, because it's actually a really bad thing that you never want. It's when you go 0 for 4 with 4 strikeouts. They call that the golden sombrero. And I honestly don't know the lore behind that. I wish I could time Devin out for that, but then I'd have to read mod. Terrible breathing after. Scuba is just the people that try to say scuba with a lisp. Scuba, scuba. I forgot who I did that to. I timed them out, they came back, they weren't mod. I was like, oh, god damn it. Well, I can never do that again.
The way the Space Center launch pad is set up is really cool. Would you like me to tell you about it? Would you?
The setup of the launch pad? Go gentle on my spiky-haired mind. Yeah, Phoenix, you are kind of smooth-brained, ironically.
I want to know. Phoenix wants to know too.
Great, now Athena's got a case of Poncoitis. Lasers are super extra rad. And you shortened another word there instead of saying radical. You said rad. God. But why did they use it for like a bad thing? Why not instead use it for I hit 4 home runs? Like a hat trick would be 3 home runs. It's similar to soccer, 3 goals. Why would a golden sombrero be something that's bad? Like it being bigger makes sense, because yeah, sure, sombreros are generally larger. But they also then went, yeah, we'll make it larger for strikeouts. Seems like a dick move, TBH.
Hooray, I'll tell you then.
Ah, yes, another map.
The rocket is built right inside the launch pad structure. When the rocket is complete, it's moved along with the launch pad over the rails.
So this is actually Chapter 4 of Danganronpa 2. Well, at least it won't be a complete fucking eyesore.
And brought into position at the launch site. Isn't it cool, isn't it? We used to have a big budget, so that's how we could build it all.
It's very cool. A grand setup that suits an important place like the Space Center. I don't know how you could ever have a space program and be like, hey, you have no budget. Just fucking get rid of the program, because you're wasting money. You're gonna go into outer goddamn space. You're gonna need a lot of money to be successful. I guess everyone is hoping for a bigger budget next year, myself included. Not everybody, apparently.
guessing the whole thing is operated from the control room, huh? That is it! Or that it is! But it can also be operated from the new command center, too! Either way, the safety lock in the boarding lounge has to first be disengaged. I guess before a big move like that can be carried out, there are all kinds of procedures. I would love to see the launch pad being moved. When's the next one scheduled? Well, you know, somebody was just murdered here, so probably not anytime soon.
What is wrong with her? Because of the bombing and the murder, I'll bet. I'll bet it's because of those two things that just happened a few days ago. That makes sense, right? Probably. Maybe. I'm guessing. It really is perfectly understandable.
Well, when was the last time it was moved? Searching data. I'm sorry, that answer isn't in my answer database.
Guess Ponco can only answer certain questions. Well, we certainly learned a lot about the Space Museum.
Thank you, Ponco. You explained everything very well, except for that one thing. You explained that very poorly. I love to explain. Thank you for listening. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
You are like old friends. Hard to believe you just met recently.
Hee hee. It's because Ponco is so friendly.
Okay, I'll admit. That is a friendly fucking robot.
Well, what should we investigate next? Let's go find Detective Fulbright. We have things to ask him about.
Let's see, the security footage and the fingerprint data, was it?
Okay, then let's go back to the Launchpad 1 corridor. Bye, Ponco. See you later. Come again, and don't forget to visit the gift shop.
Poor Ponco. What a Dickinsonian life we're all forced to lead. I'm assuming that's a referring to Charles Dickens, right? What should I do? Which path is the path of justice?
There's Detective Fulbright. He still seems to be lost, even though it's a straight corridor.
Let's hope he's still in a cooperative mood as well, then.
If he doesn't cooperate, then I'll just have to use my powers on him.
You mean that lady in distress bit? Oh, Phoenix. Psychology, which only she has the power to do, apparently. Well, her and Blackwell. You found a bullet hole in the wall at the crime scene. You did? Our team found that too. Really? It was Detective Arm who fired that bullet. Detective Arm? That's right, a warning shot for the defendants. Is it really such a high-threat situation that she needed to do that? I'm afraid I don't know the details, what with Detective Arm being dead and all.
I thought there were two people who discovered the crime scene together.
We already know Director Cosmos will testify, so tomorrow will be all about what he knows. Hey, you're pretty smart. That's exactly what we're planning to serve as the main course. It goes down easy.
Detective, we'd like to run a comparison on some prints we found in the boarding lounge.
Well, thankfully I have every fingerprint ever made to every department ever in this area right on me at all times. Yes, I just happen to have compiled the print data of everyone related to this case. I can always make another copy for myself, so it's all yours. Holy shit! Copies! Goddamn! What a fucking concept! Consider it a gift from Justice. This is quite a bit of data. Oh, I mean, data. I'm not sure, plebeian. Well, when I said everyone, I meant it. Just like when you said data, you meant data. Prosecutor Blackwell said to dig deep, so that's what I did. It sure took a while, though. Oh, we got Apollo and my prints. How the fuck did that happen? He even got prints for all the robots. That doesn't make sense! I guess if they dusted like fucking everything. But if they dusted like every goddamn place in the entire... Why couldn't they have found that other bullet? Plot twist, cues the judge. He's just being an idiot on purpose. I guess when Blackwell said to dig deep, Fulbright didn't bother to ask how deep. Ah, Clay's fingerprints are here too! Still can't believe he took off his glove to get his fingerprints. Yeah, well, you can't blame me for thinking they're important in this case. There are a lot of doors that require fingerprint verification in the lounge, so depending on whose prints we find, it can completely change the tide for both sides. Makes sense. After all, the culprit's prints did get them past the fingerprint lock somehow. Oh, and take this picture. It might come in handy. Isn't this just a photo of the launch pad? One door? Yep, but Prosecutor Blackwell seemed really interested in it for some reason. Huh? What's so important about this door? Beats me, but boy, could you see the gears in his head go into hyperdrive at it.
But I'm more of a proponent of warp drive myself.
Sounds like this is going to be a major point of contention of mine. I should probably tell you so that you won't forget. Hey, don't forget about the print comparison, boss! Right. Detective Fulbright, do you think you could run the test for us right now? You just leave it to me. In justice, we trust. Okay, here we go. Well, it looks like it was Mr. Starbuck who opened that security door. Must have opened it when they went to go board the rocket. His heart must have been full of hopes and dreams for a space adventure right then. Can't examine that. Can't examine here. Huh. Oh God, is he just gonna sigh every goddamn time? Well, the answer is yes. Jesus Christ. Yeah, we're getting the fuck out of here. Alright, so I'm gonna look at some of the shit we found. Okay, let's go to... Let's compare. Bum bum. Looks like we examined it. Just in case. Okay, so the... Okay, that's really funny. Hey! Don't see... any differences? Glasses on, they're both vertical. Oh, wait. Oh, no, they're both right hand prints. They both have weird pixelated areas here. Huh. Honestly, don't see. You're not supposed to see it yet. Hmm. You got something to say about the fucking diagram? What am I missing? I thought we talked to her. Well, sure, I have the journal. Maybe I want to try to figure it out first without the game telling me. There's nothing here. Can't examine. Talk to her. Back? Nope. There's just Trucy ready to make an inappropriate comment to us. That was entirely useless. Did I show him? I did. Dude said the exact same thing. this guy is fucking worth it. Huh. Oh, yeah, that's right. Hey, that footage! We were wondering if you had more. Oh, that footage? Go ahead and ask me anything you'd like about it. Is there any way I could see a little more of the part just after this? Easy as pie. I'd be glad to show you. Here we go. Just in my pocket, I guess. Huh? The screen went blank. Yes, apparently the after effects of the explosion damaged the wires. How convenient, am I right? So there's no footage after this point. Why didn't you just say so from the beginning? Something definitely seems to be up with you, Detective. You're unusually cooperative. Unusually cooperative. Well, I just figured if we work together, we'll get that much closer to justice, right? But it seems like something's really been bothering you. You don't have some ulterior motive, do you? What? I don't know what you're talking about. I would never do anything like that. No! It's been a while! But those are definitely psych locks. Did you just mouth psyched? Is there something I should be psyched about? No, psych lock. It's a system of locks on the... Are you just telling him this? He's gonna have you fucking committed. No, psych lock, you moron. It's a system of locks on the secrets in a person's heart. Fucking idiot, this guy. I can see when people are trying to hide those secrets by using the power of this Magatama. Ah, yes. The power of that Magatama allows you to see into somebody's heart. Yes, please, Mr. Wright, tell me all about that. I'm sure I will listen to everything you are saying. Presenting evidence can break these locks and reveal any secrets they're hiding. And Mr. Wright, how much did they bilk you out for that piece of rock? If you've been swindled, I know some lawyers I can introduce you to. Yeah, myself. I'm more than capable of representing myself, thank you very much. Yeah, well, Phoenix, it's like they say. What is it? If you're a doctor, if you diagnose yourself, you have a fool of a doctor. If you represent yourself, you have a fool of an attorney. Isn't it some kind of fraud? It isn't some kind of fraud, it really works. A friend gave it to me a long time ago. Sure it does, good buddy. But I guess seeing is believing. Allow me to show you. They're just gonna talk. He's not gonna see anything other than they're having a conversation. That doesn't mean he wasn't a fool. That is what we call being results-oriented, which you talked about in the last case. Just because a result happened doesn't mean it was the right decision. A doctor who treats himself as a fool for a client. A lawyer who represents himself has a fool for a lawyer, a fool for a client, which in this case would be Phoenix.
Take that!
It's time to destroy your psych blocks. Ah! I think you're hiding something, Detective. So why don't you just tell us about it? What to do? Which path is the path of justice? Detective Fulbright is really in agony. I bet this is the issue he's so torn up over. Does this even need to be asked? Yeah, you can represent yourself in court. The only two type of people that do that, though, are idiots and people that simply can't afford an attorney. But in cases where you have the right to an attorney, and you get one appointed, then your indigency doesn't matter. You should still get an attorney. So, what are we trying to establish by pointing out a fictional situation in which the scenario isn't realistic and very narrow? Oh, but this happened in this one case where this really ridiculous scenario happened. It would never happen in real life because there are so many attorneys where that would never be a problem, but it happened then. That was smart. No, I wasn't responding to you. I didn't even see that you had said anything about it until you followed up. Love. I really understand what's been bothering you, Detective. I truly do. Something happened that goes against your principles, isn't that right? No. I don't know what you're talking about. Until the explosions occurred, everything was just fine. Is that a fact? Yep, peaceful as peaceful can be. Everyone whistling a happy tune as they did their job, even the people that couldn't whistle. Interestingly enough, you never saw a more relaxed guard detail for a routine rocket launch. I don't think the guard detail was as relaxed as you claim as long as this exists. Wait. Are we talking about this? Or is he talking about this? He's talking about riot police.
Take that!
Before the explosions, what was supposed to happen here was a rocket launch. And yet, security was so tight they even brought in a special task force. I'd hardly describe that as a relaxed guard detail. Now hold on just one moment. The entire nation had their eyes on this extremely important rocket launch. That's why I was called in on a special security detail. As versatile as you are, I can certainly believe that's the truth. But I say it's very strange that this person would be part of that detail from the outset.
Take that!
Detective Arm specialized in bomb cases. The fact that she was here on hand means that you people knew there was the possibility that a bombing would occur. You got me, Mr. Wright! God damn it! Oh, that was sad. By order of Obama, with the tenacity of Allah, I shall create drama with the power of my Nakatama. All right, I concede. You win. It's just as you say. A few days before the launch, they were warned about a potential bombing. But the plan to launch went ahead in spite of the threat.
But why? What are they planning to do if someone got hurt or killed?
Yeah, I know. The decision to move forward wasn't exactly just, was it? How's the warning delivered? By phone and directly to Director Cosmos. Is that proper notice? By phone? Did you send him registered mail? Or by personal service? Was he served with said information? But the police department instructed everybody to keep it under wraps. That's a big thing to keep quiet about. No wonder you were so upset. But it's not only that. I've been distraught about Prosecutor Blackwell as well. Prosecutor Blackwell? Well, as his handler, I'm sure you have a lot of difficulties. That's not it. It's a question of justice. He's a fucking convicted felon operating as a prosecutor. Yes. That's a problem. I've been wondering about why he's allowed to stand in court. Good job, Fulbright.
The reason he's still prosecuting? Even though he keeps losing? Detective Fulbright, please tell us everything you know. Or suspect, at least.
Well, talking to you folks about it would definitely be breaking the rules.
Never mind that. What are rules but things to be broken, right?
That doesn't make any... Well, to tell you the truth, having a prisoner act as a prosecutor is highly irregular.
Did you hear that, everybody? Highly irregular. As though that was something that needed to be said. And he even started the sentence with, "to tell you the truth," as though this was some, like, gonna be a bombshell. No hit, Herlock. Ah, Lux! Jinx! Jinx, Lux! Jinx! Lux has to mail me a Coca-Cola. I think we guessed that much. No! 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 The rule is a Coca-Cola, not orange juice. Otherwise, you know what would have happened? If it was orange juice, that game never would have taken off because nobody would want to play it. Fucking... Oh, you owe me OJ! That's exciting. Froggy Retro, how about you? I spent $100 today, like, specifically to get 4 stars. Never thought that would ever happen. But I need those constellations for Layla and Kooky. So why is it being allowed? I've been wondering and wondering about it. So you weren't told why either, huh? Well, of course you wasn't told why. No, I guess the order came from pretty high up the ladder. They always, like, a person who is decent cannot possibly be a leader in this world, apparently, or at least in this area. Whoever steps down, whoever leaves, just gets replaced by another corrupt person. But Prosecutor Blackwell told me once,
The hunt I've been on for the phantom of 7 years past continues even still.
7 years past?
The phantom, huh? Not one of the friendly variety either, I gather. How many phantoms do you hear? You're like, oh, friendly phantom. I have never heard of Wild Frost. This phantom of 7 years past. Any idea who or what he was talking about? Not a clue. It's the friendly ghost, not the friendly phantom. Yeah, I mean, did anybody think Lux was a friendly phantom? Come on. I think she was very explicitly not. Am I right? Am I right, Lux? Or was I just misconstruing that? Yeah, Phantom Menace. Like, it's called the Phantom Saint. Ah, it's wonderful. It's wonderful. Not a clue. But he seemed to think that this phantom is behind this whole incident somehow. Well, wait a minute. He thinks they may be connected to this case? Yep, this case has way too many similarities to what happened 7 years ago. Did they call themselves the Phantom Thieves, or did they get dubbed the Phantom Thieves? Because if they were dubbed the Phantom Thieves, it's because they were viewed negatively. I honestly don't remember, though. It's been 5 years since I played that game. How do I know? Because my streaming anniversary was on 4/20. Restreamed Persona 5 on 4/20, 2018. First stream. You will be unable to find the long end of your blanket tonight. Wow, that's a curse, madam. That is quite the curse to be placing on somebody. Have you no heart? They call themselves the Phantom Thieves. I mean, could it be because they knew that what they were doing was actually morally ambiguous? I remember there was some self-awareness. Of course, we did it anyways. Nope. 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 Also, all right, you know what? I'm curious. Oh, there it is! The first shoulders! At vote 8! Oh, another one! The first 7 were legs, the next 2 are shoulders. I mean, I agree. I was just curious. What the fuck just happened? Okay, we got some monsters in chat, I swear to God. Oh yeah, you're right, Apollo's not fucking... Let's move Athena over just a tad. God, it's her fucking hair that's in the way. Alright, this is gonna be kind of cursed, but I need her to not be... Yeah, like that? Yeah. Whoever picked fucking shoulders, you are monsters. You are actually monsters. First of all, I don't want to see your fucking feet. What? Okay, so the people that pick shoulders probably wear socks to bed. They probably wear socks to bed. And we all know, like, what type of person wears socks to bed, right? No, no, no. This is not asking for alternative solutions. This is simply, you either cover your legs or shoulders. There is no pillow. You cannot do anything else. I have hairy legs and broad shoulders too. And you know what? I still fucking pick legs 100% of the time. Oh wait, actually you might have... I'm not sure what you picked. I mean, you don't cancel yourself. I just feel bad for you. You wear clothes a bit. That sounds so uncomfortable. I'm not mad. I'm not gonna criticize. It's just pity. Pity. Absolute pity. Lux. Okay, you wear clothes. What do you mean by clothes? You wear jeans to bed? At the very least, like, if you have like a full pajama ensemble, I can get behind that. Like that, sure, whatever. Like, you like wearing clothes, but you're not wearing jeans and a collared shirt. You're not fucking what's-his-fuck from How I Met Your Mother, who literally had a suit pajamas. That was supposed to be a joke, because nobody would really do that. IRL. But yeah, if you wear like the full pajamas, you know, whatever. At least it's light. Like, the point is that they're supposed to be comfortable for when you're laying in bed for a long period of time. Jeans are not meant for that purpose. Ah, yes. You are the fan of mismatched socks, are you not? I'm Lux, and I wear mismatched everything because it's better to be mismatched. Fucking... match that shit! You offend me. Once again, madam. It triggers me so hard because my wife does it all the time. But it's not because she does it on purpose. Like, she doesn't do it on purpose. She doesn't do it because I want to wear mismatched socks. She does it because she's lazy and doesn't care to, like, put her socks together. She just has a drawer of socks and she just picks two that are the same color out. Mistrustful. I mean, I've slept in jeans before. Don't get me wrong, I have. It was terrible. It was terrible. Now, you're probably gonna ask why, and I'm gonna tell you that if you ever get really, really, really drunk, you're probably gonna end up passing out at some point and wake up and have no idea why you're wearing what you're wearing. I don't mean like I went into like some other outfit, but like I woke up and I was still wearing my same outfit. And I'm like, why would I be wearing my same outfit when I'm in bed? I should be like in pajamas or something or whatever. Naked would be better than that. But nope, same exact outfit. What's worse, sleeping with jeans or sleeping in a chair? I think that depends on the person. For me, sleeping in a chair, because my back's already kind of like, so that's like extremely uncomfortable for me. But like my brother-in-law, for example, he can fall asleep in a chair like it's nothing. So for him, it would 100% be wearing jeans. We already played the Dual Destinies DLC case. Alright. Yup, this case has way too many similarities to what happened 7 years ago. For starters, that case happened right here at this very space center too. And in both incidents, a threat was issued via telephone. That's why Prosecutor Blackwell thinks this incident is the work of the Phantom? Well, that's not the entire reason. I mean, if you want to talk about 7 years ago, that's when Prosecutor Blackwell was found guilty of murder. That messy case is what started the whole dark age of the law. You know, that's really funny because I played Apollo Justice and I didn't hear about this shit once. One goddamn time. But now this game, they can't shut the fuck up about it. Yeah, see, that's what makes you even more of a monster. Not only do you mismatch, like, the colors, you mismatch the patterns. One's polka dot and one's stripes. Why do you do these things? You just want to see the world burn. Oh yeah? Did Apollo Justice take place 8 years ago? I mean, that would have explained it if it were true. How long is this after Apollo Justice? Is it like a year? I do have to say, the dryer eating socks is really fucking annoying. But, if you keep the socks long enough, if you keep the extra pair long enough, the dryer is gonna eat one of the other pairs at one point, or one of the other pairs. So then you'll be able to combine the two that are remaining. Shut up, Lux. Just shut up. God, I hate those. 1 year? Okay. So you see how this Phantom and Prosecutor Blackwell's conviction might be related. Yeah, I can see why you'd think that. Of course, that doesn't explain why Blackwell was able to prosecute those other cases that don't seem to have anything to do with it. Like the, like the second case, which Oh, I thought you were joking. But yes, then, you were not correct in stating that Apologists took place 8 years ago, because that is very wrong. This incident and the Phantom, not to mention Blackwell's past, it's almost inconceivable that they would come to a head here. Then again, I just used a green stone to unlock locks that only I can see, held by chains that literally hold lies within a person's heart.
This might sound crazy, but Prosecutor Blackwell can't possibly believe Mr. Starbuck is this Phantom person, right? I mean, he was acting kind of strange during the last trial and all.
I suck! They didn't have an android, they just replaced her like they replaced Avril Lavigne. And then that one died and they replaced her, and so they just, you know, they're on the third replacement, and they've kept her looking exact, like, they've always went back to, like, the original age when they replace her. Boy, that's some wild shit. I'm sure a lot of you know about the Avril Lavigne conspiracy theories, but for those that don't, go look it up. Go look it up. Not only has she been allegedly replaced one time because she died, apparently the double died. And so they had to replace the double with another. No, I doubt he thinks Mr. Starbucks is the Phantom. But I do get the feeling that he thinks the defendant has ties to them, which is why he's acting so impatient. He's got a personal grudge against Mr. Starbuck. And that's not real justice. I've always trusted in Prosecutor Blackwell's judgment until now. Yes, I've always trusted in this convicted murderer's judgment until now. That really screams justice to me. But this time, I'm just so overwrought about it all. If he's lost his ability to think rationally, I'm afraid it might lead to a false conviction. Never seen Detective Fulbright so tormented. This must be why he's been so cooperative. Don't worry, that's exactly what we defense lawyers are working to prevent. I've been very disappointed with Trucy's presentation in this game. Like, it's gonna knock her down in the tier list, unfortunately, which sucks. So I love Trucy and Apollo Justice. In this game, she's not even worthless. She's a negative value. Because the only time she's on screen, she's like, "Hi, Daddy, panties!" And it's like, that's not okay. Stop! I don't know, because she isn't that important. That's my whole thing, like, wait, you replaced her again? Like, you know she ain't all that important, right? To be doing that? I feel bad for Prosecutor Blackwell, but I'm going to be rooting for your team this time. But don't tell him that. You have to promise me you won't. I don't want to die. Dr. Fulbright, I guess I was wrong about you. I swore to reform Prosecutor Blackwell and make him a valued member of society again. So I can't just sit by and watch him give into his emotions and tear the defendant apart. You are the only ones who can stop him in court. Literally, you are the only opposition. You really care and want what's best for Prosecutor Blackwell, don't you, Detective? Leave the courtroom to us. It's not like we want a guilty verdict either. I was hoping you'd say that. I'm really grateful to the two of you. To show my thanks, I'll give you another bit of information. It's about the Eyewitness. I saw her hanging around the Space Center entrance a little while ago. Really? Let's go find her, Mr. Wright. Oh, it's not. Thanks, you two. I feel a lot better now that I've been able to get that off my chest. I'm going to work extra hard to find that perfect piece of evidence for you. In justice, we trust on 3. 1, 2, 3. In justice, we trust. Okay, later. Ha 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 ha. There he goes. Wait, Were we supposed to say injustice we trust back there too? Let's go see that witness now. All right, the Space Center entrance it is. I'm really not looking forward to this. The witness must be around here somewhere. Okay, that's decidedly lamer than I was expecting. Hello, hello. I'm GLaDOS from Portal 1. You met GLaDOS from Portal 2. Uh-oh, don't tell me the witness is a robot. Hello, come over here. Hello, hello. Are you sightseeing? Are you lost? Are you... I am Ponco. Shall I guide you? Guide you? I don't know why, but this robot's kind of freaking me out. Hey, you're not supposed to be wandering around. I don't know, man, what voice to give this hot chick. Hello, Polly. That's good. It's good that she's not old bag. Is she like a Francisca? Okay. I mean, we could do that. Anne? Do you know what my Anne voice was? Do you know what my Anne voice was? Let's just put it this way. The Emma voice isn't the Emma voice. It's the Anne voice that I then ported to Emma. Again? I've had it with you, hunk of junk. God, I'm outside. Am I wandering? When did that happen? Okay, welcome back, hunk of junk. You don't know how close you came. If you didn't snap out of it, I was going to put you on the curb on trash day. Nothing works better than a 42.5 degree karate chop. That's really specific. Excuse me, but are you the one who witnessed the murder? Oh, and I'm Phoenix Wright, lead attorney for this case. How do you do? Look at my shiny gold badge. I'm also single, by the way. Big shot lawyers, huh? Oh! 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 I'm Aura Blackwell. I'm a researcher developing robots here at the Cosmos Space Center. It has been a long time since I did the Francisca voice. Was that Investigations 2? That was before Great Ace Attorney. Blackwell, could she be? No, a lot of people have that last name, Phoenix. And this good-for-nothing robot is named Hunk of Junk. My name isn't Hunk of Junk. My name is Ponco. That's mean, Miss Aura. Quit complaining. Your model number is Ponco 2. Yeah, but Miss Aura, everyone calls me Ponco. Quit your squawking already. No, what are you doing? No, don't. Wow, you're quite abusive. There, I bet you won't be talking back now. God, I will obey completely. Yikes, I better watch what wires I cross with this one. See, my first thing I would have been like is, your antennae. Your last name is Blackwell. Do you have a relative in the legal profession? Do you have a relative that was convicted of murder? You are correct. Simon Blackwell, who used to be a prosecutor, is... We mean used to, he still is. Shut up! Only speak when I order you to speak.
Simon is my little brother. You know him? Man, I gotta say,
this look right here, boy. Woohoo! This she's sexy. There's just no way around that. There's just no way around that. Yes, we met him in court a few times, right, Athena?
What a dull creature. Has our switch been turned off?
Athena being shy? This is new.
Oh yeah, I heard he was prosecuting again despite being a prisoner. Why doesn't he just stick to solving disputes among inmates in prison, right? Hey, what do you think, hunk of junk? Ah! Miss Aura, that hurts.
She has the "you're trash" look, and I want to be called trash. It's the type of "you're trash" look that makes you want to be the trash that she is referring to, because she has given you that attention. And that's...
I'm asking you a question. Why don't you answer me? Useless hunk of junk. But Miss Aura, you told me only to speak when you order me to speak. I told you never talk back to me. You're worth more as scrap.
Robot abuse, hawk attacks, Blackwell family life must sure be interesting.
Well, do you have any other questions? Oh wait, of course you do. You're a lawyer. It's not like I'm on Simon's side or anything. I just want to get this over with.
So you're the person who witnessed the incident?
That's right. I was on the 4th floor of the main building. Oh, god damn it! And not only do we have to see this again, but we have to see it instead of seeing her face! Which is significantly easier on the eyes than this stupid map. That's right, I was on the 4th floor of the main building, in the robotics lab. The explosion disabled the elevators, so I lowered my emergency.
Jesus fucking, are you kidding me?
So I lowered my emergency ladder like the detective leading the evacuation told me to do. But it was such a pain. Why couldn't they have used the ladders in the other room?
Must have been a very troubling experience. Wow, that was completely worthless.
Yeah, no shit, Sherlock. Oh no. No shit, Herlock. No hit, Herlock.
Improvise, adapt, overcome.
Probably best to just humor her here. Then as I passed by the 3rd floor boarding lounge 1 window on my way down, I saw the crime as it happened. And that's about it.
So you saw the crime as it happened, and that's about it. I see.
Wait, what? You saw it being committed? This is no time to just nod and repeat.
KY is good. I talked to him, not this past week, but a couple weeks ago. So you saw into the 3rd floor lounge. The very scene of the crime.
That's right. There's a small window on the right-hand side of the room. I looked through that from the outside. The room was pitch black, but I saw a shady figure holding a lighter in their left hand. And, oh, fuck. Too much dialogue passed. That must have been the culprit. Did you see who that person was? Of course not. The power was out on that floor then, and there was only that tiny window. That's not a tiny window. That's pretty large, actually. I see. But you did witness the moment of the murder? Yes, I saw the figure with the lighter raise their knife, and... It happened at precisely 10 a.m. Did you witness anything else? Did the killer have any distinguishing features? I already told you it was pitch black in there, although... Yeah, basically, I mean, she has more of a predominantly white... I don't know what the right word to use there would be. Presentation. Like heavier on the white, less on the purple and the pink. That's an experience worth having at least once. Agreed. See, here's the thing, Ken. And this isn't, if you're like, oh my god, I can't believe Twain's talking about this. This isn't new information. One of the reasons I am interested in that type is because I'm a big guy, and it is very difficult to get hold any type of domination over me physically. So if you're able to do it, it's impressive. I appreciate it, and we go from there. Because nobody's been able to do it. Like, that's just the way it is. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, but like, it has to be sterile to fit the aesthetic of the rest of the Space Center, right? Which is the general aesthetic. But you're right, it also still fits her. A sufficiently determined gust of wind could dominate me. It's 5-4, Randy. I already told you, it was pitch black in there. Although I will say too, you don't necessarily need to be bigger than me. You can use a non-lethal weapon, which is why Francisco would also, work. Just, people don't go around whipping other people in public. So, like, that's never been a thing that just kind of randomly came up. So, I mean, if my wife ever came home with a whip, though, I would be very excited. Or something like that. But, So just keep in mind, for those that are like, people dominate are fucking, just because they're fucking betas. Part of the reason is because it just never happened to me before, and I'm not sure it ever will. Because from a physical standpoint, it's going to be pretty difficult for 99% of people. Well, that's the thing. I've considered myself a power bottom, but that's because that's what I like. Like, I want... that fits with the rest of the narrative there, right? Would coffee being thrown in my face dominate you? That is not the type of pain that would be enjoyable. Especially because you're, like, the eyes. No, don't touch the eyes. Like... what you want is more of your meaty flesh to be abused, your back, or some people the neck. So yeah, this conversation has been brought to you by Adam and Eve. Use code studentsofgaming 15 to get 15% off your. I wish. I did notice that the lighter the person had in their left hand had a pretty ornament on it. It looked like a planet. It was blue, like a little Earth emblem.
Yeah, good taste in knickknacks anyway. Well, if you like Earth. An Earth emblem on the lighter. Better remember that. Phoenix, will remember this. Yeah, Amadeus did miss the fun part of the cover. Can you Adam and Eve it? Oh, I miss Gina. Gina was so fun. And then she grew up in the last game. It was so good. Her character arc was so good. Thank you for your statement. We'll definitely prove Mr. Starbucks' innocence with it. Yeah, right, Mr. Phoenix, right. I won't hold my breath. Mr. Phoenix, right, you remind me way too much of somebody I used to know. As many times as I heard that song, I can never remember the lyrics. Wanna get hung up body that you used to know, and that's all I remember. Oh, that was the summer that started my for my journey into more of an eclectic taste in music. Goat Ye comes out with that song. Fun comes out with We Are Young. And then I'm like, maybe I should listen to more than just Linkin Park and Eminem and Jay-Z. And Evanescence. Perhaps. Perhaps there is more to life than simply angsty rap and alternative. Not even the best examples, because like other stuff you found was like other stuff I found like later it was like better, but like you appreciate that like gateway drug. That's how you act towards your programs. I mean, it's a strong stance. Not the killer's face. Well, I mean, in the dark, a blue emblem is probably going to be more noticeable than, like, the contours of somebody's face. Just because it's blue, like, it's gonna, you know. You just nutshot yourself? Were you singing a little too enthusiastically? 5'6". Oh, she's shorter than my wife. God damn it. Fucking. Ugh. Disappointed. Disappointed! Pardon me? Oh, did I hurt your feelings? Sorry, I did just detest lawyers, that's all. What don't you like about lawyers? They don't even care. I'm like, okay. You know, a lot of people have stupid opinions, so sucks to suck. I pity your existence. It's just an instinctive dislike. But don't feel bad. I hate prosecutors even more. What is this? Wow. It's so much different than like all of the music we've heard throughout the entire series before this moment. I mean, the music itself is fine. I don't think it's bad. Whether it's a good thing or a bad thing depends on how they carry out her character. Her character now has to be worth this sort of drastic deviation. So, I mean, if they wanted me to feel like, that's ruddy mysterious, or that's bloody ominous, then yeah, I feel both of those things. But don't feel bad. I hate prosecutors even more. That didn't make me feel any better, actually. Damn, we gotta keep talking during this music? Why do you hate lawyers so much? Little thing from my past. You know, my murderer brother who was a prosecutor. The whole legal system is meaningless in the first place. Okay, anarchist, relax. I guess she could actually be the exact opposite, too. I certainly don't agree. I mean, people are imperfect. There we go! I was waiting to say the word perfect in that voice. That's what puts me in the Francisca mood the most. People are imperfect. They lie, they're influenced by silly emotions. You can't expect such imperfect creatures to uphold a reasonable system of law. I like robots much better. Do you, though? You could have fooled me. I like robots much better. Even sad sacks like this one. Hey, you look alive there. Wow! Holy shit! Ah, yes, here I go! Oh. I can operate in a vacuum. We robots rule the world, not as the might and cut. Alright, that's enough out of you. You're getting a little too carried away. Don't give out all of our plans for the future just yet, you moron! What was I doing? Smile. Yup, I like robots much better. At least you can make them any way you want them. Unlike humans with their petty emotions and constant worries. You like the ones you experience? How can you say such things? Feeling emotions, worrying about the things we care about, that's what makes us human. Yes, I understand. That's why I'm saying humans are trash. Well, the girl finally talks and she starts with a speech. That's what makes us human. You mean getting angry and snorting like that? Rational thought. That's what separates humans from animals. Unfortunately, your reasoning capabilities are more akin to that of a clever little monkey. But that's nothing to be ashamed of. It must be nice to have such a simple mind. Can I punch her, boss? Get a hold of yourself, Athena. Jesus Christ. Humans certainly are absurd. I said you were clever, didn't I? Poor thing. Tell me, with people like you in charge, how can I possibly trust the legal system, God damn, I want to hate fuck her. So she just trusts not only lawyers and prosecutors, but the whole legal system? What in the world happened to this woman to make her so bitter? Even if somebody important to me was killed, I would never wish to see their killer brought to trial, because I'd much rather kill them myself. Can't be serious. That thing you're wearing around your neck. Oh, this? Around Athena's neck? Does she mean widget? I mean, the only thing around her neck. I guess technically the tie's around her neck, too, but I'm sure she's not referring to the tie. Oh, I get it. Well. Her Royal Highness has returned at last to her castle. Her Royal what? Is she talking about Athena? By the way, I heard the rumors. Our director is going to be the star witness in court tomorrow, right? Director Cosmos? Yes, that's right. You poor things. You'd better be careful.
That old man is a big liar and a huge braggart. What? He might seem like a bigwig, but the center has all kinds of problems. He has a lot of skeletons in his closet. But it's your problem, so why should I care? I don't know, that's a really good question. Why'd you bother telling us? What, that's it? No friendly tips? No good luck, guys? Just splendid. Hey, considering what she just said prior to this, I think the fact that she even gave us that information is really weird. But of course, Phoenix doesn't study psychology, so he would never have picked up on that. Us powerful gods known as psychologists. I'll leave you to your woes. Come on, hunk of junk. It's sad to me that she doesn't believe in our legal system anymore. She must have had a very bad experience to make her feel that way. Are you alright, Athena? You seem very down. I mean, I could tell by Widget. Even if I look at— I just can't believe she said all those things! Wow, she's really upset. Has she been trying not to let it show all this time? Well, she recovered, kind of, pretty quickly. Well, I guess it's not all that surprising. You hear about fabricated evidence and false indictments on the news all the time. Me and that whole dark age of the law bullshit. I'm so sick of hearing of that dog shit fucking random ass plot point that makes no goddamn sense. I agree, Athena, but let's relax here. All we can do is believe in what we're doing. Yeah, you're right, boss. I agree. Maybe it's time we went back to see Mr. Starbuck. So, for those of you members out there, I posted a video for you members only, giving you an update on my job 1 month in. 5 weeks in. But we say 1 month. It's like round month numbers like that. That reminds me something I talked about. So if I may, you know, unabashedly plug this channel that you're already watching its own content. Members get access to that. Those vlogs. That'll be consistently coming along. From now. Industrial revolution of the law. Yeah, what would be best? Middle Ages, the Renaissance of the law, Industrial revolution of the law, or do we go back to like prehistoric age of the law? Late stage capitalism of the law. Great, Devin, thanks for bringing that fucking depressing shit. I'd be very interested in the Victorian era of the law. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Trep and the man! Thank you for re-upping with student body. Appreciate you. Although I'm pretty sure for Trep it's not 27 months. But no, seriously, members, make sure to check out the video. I had one that I made a week after my job, except for a week after I got my job. I started my job, and the problem is that my noise gate was really weird, so it kept cutting me out. So I had to basically redo it. So I tried to hit most of the same stuff I talked about in that.
Oh no, you're probably right. Cause it's Tal that's like 37, right? And you haven't been around as long as Tal, so that wouldn't make sense. Yeah, that makes sense. I gotta update the badges for 2+ years or whatever. We have designs. I just gotta get it rolled out. Maybe it's time we went back to see Mr. Starbuck. Is it really the time though? Do we need to do that? Good idea. We should tell him about the bullet and Mr. Blackwell's statement. Miss Blackwell's statement. All right then. Next stop, the detention center. Well, it seems like now would be the time for you to head to bed, quite honestly, Lux, because this is going to be insufferable. This is going to be absolutely insufferable. Yeah, that's fair. Hey, good call. Good call, Diego. Good call. Make sure I not have to do all that shit again. My lawyers are here. Must be bad news. Is that what people think about us? I come into the room, people are like, oh, something must have fucked up. Hey, not necessarily. We found a new witness against you. Researchers saw the moment of the murder through the lounge window during her escape. Really? So they're gonna let me go? That's not how that works, but it was dark and she couldn't identify the person, so... Should have known. My stars never align just right, too. That's just because she wants to hate fuck me, Lux. It's okay. It's okay. I know that gets you a little, like, riled, but we gotta respect her wishes, you know? It's not that we are messengers of bad news. Quite often, we provide good news. You've been approved for your permanent residency card, or green card, more commonly known as in the United States. That's not bad news. That's exactly what I was looking for when I signed up and hired you for your services. The problem is that in a lot of circumstances, contracts, think about any contract. Why do you create the contract? You create it because if something fucks up, you want to make sure you have something to refer to. So it's like preparing you for the fuck up. A will. What's a will? We're preparing you for when you die. What happens to your property? Nobody wants to be associated with that. That's how it is, though. Well, your lawyers aren't going to say you're being sued. Other lawyers are going to say you're being sued, and then you hire your lawyers to deal with the fact that you're being sued. You're going to get, well, unless you're like a company that has their own legal team, you're going to find out that you're going to get sued before your lawyer ever does. Like for my clients, if one of them gets sued, they're going to know way before I do. I'm not going to give them that news. But yeah, if I worked for Nintendo and Nintendo was sued and I was specifically a part of the legal team for Nintendo, then yes, we would let Nintendo, like, hey, we're being sued. But that's only in the circumstances in which a company has its own legal team. Hey, Lux, I know you're not here, but if you go back and watch this later again, just we'll call it even on the Coke, the cola, and make sure that's distinguished. If you know, you just walk away from Aura. We'll call it even then. We got a lead too, Mr. Starbuck. The murderer had a lighter with an Earth emblem on it.
Oh, you mean like this one? A lighter with an Earth emblem.
Oh! Did you remember something?
Yup, I sure did. Just a little bit, though.
Anything at all would be a help, so please tell us what you remember.
Oh, yeah! That's my lighter! Thought I was unconscious the whole time. But now I remember I woke up for a few brief moments.
That's huge! You remember seeing anything?
A lighter. I saw the flame of a lighter floating in the darkness. Good, 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 good.
What else did you see? What was nearby?
It was definitely the boarding lounge, so it must have been after Clay carried me there. In the light from the flame, I saw a dark shadow flickering.
Dark shadow. That must have been the Dark Magician. I'm sorry, Dark Phantom. The third party we've been looking for. Thank you, Mr. Starbuck. You've been more help than you know. If we can prove there was this third person at the scene and that they're the real killer, then you'll be cleared of all suspicion. Well, we have to find out exactly who that other person is, Athena. Oh, slow your roll there. We have to identify the third person and make sure they are found basically guilty before our client can come. That's this stupid system. The key will be whether or not we can identify this third person in court tomorrow. At least we have something to go on now, and that's a big plus. Should probably tidy the evidence up a bit before someone mistakes me for a hoarder. I love when you know ahead of time this is irrelevant. Now that we have a glimmer of hope, I'm suddenly starving. Why don't we go back to the office and treat ourselves to a big celebration in advance? You know, let's eat in freedom. Right in front of our client, we're gonna talk about this. Inappropriate, Athena. Stop throwing your freedom in his face. For someone who's highly empathetic, you can be surprisingly unsympathetic. Oh my god, the game acknowledged it! This game has like some of the like worst fucking moments in the entire series, but also some of the most like, this is how I would write it, like that. Like that. I can't believe they actually addressed that. Good for the game. It actually addressed that because it needed to be addressed. Some games will pretend like he's not there, which is stupid. Yeah, that could get you disbarred, Maxim. Actually, I don't know how it works in Russia. Maybe that's fine in Russia. I don't know. Today I made reservations at a restaurant and it asked you to choose an occasion. One of them was divorce party popper. Nice. God. Yeah, I mean, all writing teams are going to have their strengths and weaknesses. One of this writing team's strengths is that what I personally see to be common sense things that other games have ignored, like in this series, this game picks up on. Like that exact scenario. If that would have happened in like the original trilogy, they would just pretend it like there wasn't a fucking prisoner there. Like we were just to assume the prisoner was gone or something, or just heard that and was like, yeah, whatever. Doesn't bother me, I guess, the fact that she's talking about her freedom and I don't have any. Well, I mean, come on, Maxim. That's true everywhere.
So you found your strategy for tomorrow's trial, huh? Good for you, Daddy.
Well, it's one step forward anyway. Hopefully it'll give us a fighting chance in court. As long as we can find out who this third person is.
Now let's get something to eat. I'm starving. My vote is for Eldon's noodles.
That is what you choose? A goddamn heart attack? Or stroke?
Oh, Apollo.
What are you doing here? I didn't think the clinic was ready to release you yet. My wounds are fine, and I'm done lying around. Wait! Wait! Weren't we supposed to buy this bullshit at the beginning about, like, he left us? Dude didn't leave you, he just went to a clinic briefly. Unless he leaves at the end of this case, maybe. But if the whole thing was he got hurt and he left because he was like, I don't know, I have to find things out for myself. And he like throws his cloak up and leaves, and you know, that would be incredibly disappointing. Wait, which client? In the original, we smuggled weenies into prison for a client. That would be Maggie Bird. Oh, it's Gumshoe's Weenies! Maggie. Oh, I love Maggie so much.
Apollo, you're supposed to be in the bed. Leave the case to us. We'll take it from here. Thanks, but that's not an option. Not for me. Apollo.
Wow, they even managed to give you some fucking hair gel while you were there. You know, it's super anime-ish, but like surprisingly cool look from Apollo here. He looks. This is probably the coolest he's looked in like all of his appearances so far. It's so much like, I know what I have to do.
You shouldn't underestimate your injuries, Apollo, and I don't want you overdoing it. I'm fine. I'm not in pain anymore. Besides, they just gave me an IV at the clinic.
Oh yeah, the one IV. That I'm sure that's all you'll need.
IV isn't a cure-all, mummy man.
Mummy man.
Anyway, just tell me how the case is going. Have you guys made any progress? A suspicious figure was spotted at the scene. We think they must be the real killer. A suspicious figure, huh? Right. I thought you'd be happier than that. Oh, don't get me wrong, I'm happy. And I fully intend to see Clay's murderer apprehended. Absolutely nothing will get in the way of that.
This is his second appearance in what? He's still been like on screen for like what? 35 hours of gameplay? 30? That's a lot.
Clay was your best friend, right, Apollo? That's right. Best friends since junior high. Sounds like me and Junie. So what was Clay like?
Thanks, Athena. I was unsure if you were gonna make it about you instead of, you know, talking about someone else for once.
Well, he was full of compassion and energy, and he had a really loud voice. If the two of you did voice training together now, I bet you'd break a few windows.
Ah, I can't do Trucy's voice for some reason. Yeah, very empathetic. That's the psychologist for you. Understanding human emotions. You know, I bet you're right. Seems like only yesterday, Clay was a guy who lived for his dreams. He used to talk about it a lot. He was going to be an astronaut, and me, a lawyer. Okay, hold on. Hold on. Alright, so I like Clay's design. It's pretty standard anime-ish, but I like it. Like, you get what they were going for the presentation. But let's take 1 minute to criticize something. First of all, he's wearing a visor. No, don't wear a visor. I understand why they went for it, because it was supposed to be like, with his hairstyle plus the visor, almost makes it look like he's wearing that bison hat that the director is wearing. So it's supposed to be similar, but like, this is what a younger person would do. So like, okay, sure, I get it. Even though visors suck and nobody should wear them in real life. But here's the real problem with the visor. What the fuck is this? What is this? Why is there like a slash in it? What? Why? It's like the most unnecessary alteration to a visor in history. Hey, Colton Light. Well, like, so let's say it was, yeah, right. Let's say like the whole thing is like, he got it at the same time he got his nose injury. There's like no, first of all, the nose injury isn't necessarily like lined up with that. But let's say it's because of the angle. Let's say if he turned forward, it might more likely line up. Where's the rest of the cut? If that thing cut through the visor like that, his face would have a much bigger scar than this little dinky, you know, part he would have on his nose. Oh, for sure. 9 soundtrack's so good. I mean, I'm generally like his design. Just saying, this is pointless. Unless they're actually gonna make a joke about how they were wrestling one day and Apollo's hair cut through it. That would be ridiculous, but it would also be hilarious. So it's not a slash, right? So that means that we're going back to my original point. He altered it that way intentionally. For what reason? Visors are functional. If you're not wearing a visor for its functionality, you shouldn't be wearing a visor because visors are stupid. So if you're also then going to say, let's cut the functionality, again, don't wear a visor. You can't look badass with a visor. It's impossible. Visors are inherently unbadass. They are a negative value to badassery. Well, and that's what I was saying, Electrocast. Like, it's pretty standard. I think he's a pretty standard, like, it's a pretty standard anime, like, presentation. Which is fine. It's not bad. Like I said, I liked the visor insofar as it differentiated him from the captain, or not the captain, the director. But it still looked the same because of yeah. Anyways, so like that was neat, but like everything else is kind of just like not bad looking, just. I have never seen a casino dealer wear a visor. And you know why? Because that shit only happens in movies or pre-1990. So let me counterpoint to your counterpoint. Visors are only cool if I literally never see your eyes. Because you're right, Roberto's a badass, but you never see his eyes, and that is part of what makes him a badass. He is intentionally making his life more difficult by the way he wears that visor. Wasn't expecting a rival schools reference today, but I greatly appreciate it. I was thinking about streaming it just because I really want to play it. Either that or start unlocking, get one full 100% save file for Project Justice. Apollo, about that, I gotta make sure I differentiate between the two. Phoenix is older, more mature. Apollo's younger, more full of energy. They are both my voice, but I'm trying to make it more reflective of Apollo in his 20s and Phoenix in his 30s. Phoenix is more like me now. Apollo's more like how I used to be. Apollo, about that jacket. Oh, it's Clay's. I knew it. Of course you knew it. We saw. Where else would he have gotten that from unless he stole it? It's a special jacket that was only issued to members of the HAT project. He was finally able to get one of his own since he was selected for the HAT2 mission. Although, admittedly, I hate saying this. HAT2, HAT2, HAT2. I want to drop the T. Right. So that's true. The problem is that if I set that, no one has the ability to go back. Like, and watch any part of the stream prior to this, which is a really bad trade-off. It would be better if it were on the user side. Coulter, how about you go tell the Godfather that? And then we'll see how much of a dweeb you think that guy is. Fucking Coulter wouldn't know what's cool if it was a jacket that smacked him in the face and then was worn over his shoulders. He always looks so proud wearing it. Just when his dream was finally coming true, I still can't believe it. Damn it, it's not fair! Apollo, hope you don't try to carry the burden all alone. I guess we were both unlucky. My own debut was a disaster. I guess you're right on some level. That trial a year and a half ago wasn't exactly the smoothest of starts. That was a rough time for me, but Clay refused to let me quit. You're fine, he'd say. Don't give up. It was right during his screening exams, too. I couldn't have become a full-fledged lawyer without him.
that "you're fine" of his is why I'm still standing here today. You're fine, huh? You're fine and I'm fine were like your catchphrases, weren't they? Fucking fuck. All right, Coulter. Like I said, you go tell the Godfather that. You go tell the Godfather that he looks like a dweeb. First of all, objectively false. Second of all, if you did, the repercussions just actually kind of hilarious. Yeah, go tell him. Go tell him that. Go tell him that. Something like that sure brings back memories. When we were in junior high, Clay's mom passed away in an accident. But he wouldn't show his sadness to anyone. One night, I found him crying all alone in the school courtyard. Mom! Get away, Apollo! Don't come over here! Clay, listen to me. I don't have a mother either. That doesn't make... Everybody has a mom. You just don't know who your mom is. Well, that's just shitty too. Okay. I always think everybody else has a mom. Why am I the only one? But you know, when I start to feel that way, I yell at the top of my lungs. I holler, "I'm fine!" And then you know what? I start to feel like maybe I really will be fine. Apollo Justice is fine! Okay, Clay, now it's your turn. Okay. Clay Tyrion is fine! There you go, now we're both fine. Ha ha ha! We're fine! And you know what, Apollo? You're gonna find out someday that your mother is a famous fucking musician. He never did take that visor off. Although it's not cut here. So they must not have wrestled yet. We're fine! We're fine! What are you laughing about? See? We're fine. You laugh first! I'm fine! You're fine! We're both fine! No, Coulter. Let me show you how I wear my jacket. Prepare to be fucking mind blown here. If you are wearing your jacket with your fucking hand hanging out from the inside, what are you even doing with your life? If you're not wearing your jacket like this, just scoop them up, because you're a fucking pleb. You are actually just a piece of shit. Just terrible. Scoop them up. Know when to fold them. Of course you liked Orin. That's how good Orin was. He was like the one shining beacon in an otherwise shitty game. Well, I mean shitty in terms of the plot and characters. Gameplay was fantastic. Except for the sphere grid. Fuck this.
don't know why they decided that that's the direction they needed to. He's not, though. He just walks around like this. It's amazing.
Thanks, Apollo. Wait, no. Thanks, Apollo. When you say it out loud, it really starts to feel real. And as long as you don't give up, you can keep on fighting. That's what we believed. As long as you don't give up. Wasn't there someone else who said something similar?
Yeah, we don't care about what he says, though. Clay called Mr. Starbuck his mentor and looked up to him. I wonder if I can be a good role model for my staff like Mr. Starbuck. I think you already are, Phoenix. I think you'll come to realize you already are. Sorry, Mr. Wright, but I'll be taking a leave of absence.
What? Wait, what do you mean by leave?
You're really serious? Can you at least give me a reason why? When I put Clay's jacket on, I swore to him that I would catch his killer myself.
That's our goal too.
I agree with Athena. We should work together to find the truth. The truth, huh? That's a noble cause. But what if the truth you seek and the truth I seek turn out to be different? I am not sure I follow. You know exactly what the fuck that motherfucker is saying, Phoenix. I'm going to catch the person responsible for taking my friend's life in my own way. Take good care of Mr. Starbuck for me. Now I must be going. Goodbye.
Goodbye? Did he just say goodbye?
Yes, Trucy, that is what people normally say when they bid farewell and leave.
I sense a lot of seething anger and hatred coming from him, and also suspicion. Ah, he's not walking out on us like this. I'm gonna go talk some sense into him.
Hold on, Athena. Apollo can believe what he wants, but I believe he's wrong. Even if we take different paths, the truth we arrive at should be the same. You know, okay, so I do have a slight problem with this. Because isn't truth part of what we've been, like, building up with Apollo in the last game? And now suddenly it doesn't matter anymore? Now, on one hand, his best friend died. That would shake the faith of anyone in whatever they believe in, which, for Apollo, is the truth. I guess I just wish if that was what they were going for, that they would have presented it a little less bluntly. Like it seems so simple. Like all of a sudden he's just like, I'm gonna find my own truth. Like, could it have been a little more nuanced than that? I think the quicker we solve this case, the better it'll be for Apollo.
Yeah, you're right, boss.
Alright, that's enough for one day. Make sure you're ready for tomorrow's trial, okay? If he were here right now, Apollo would say, I'm fine. Everything is fine. Actually, that's not true, because he left not saying those things. So maybe I shouldn't say that. But I just hope things really do turn out fine tomorrow. Oh, that's your last statement before to be continued, really, Phoenix? Okay. All right, we're stopping for the night. My eyes are killing me. I have to go take my contacts out, which means I won't be able to see because I broke my glasses earlier today. And if I don't have my contacts in, and I don't have glasses, it means I'm fucking blind. So I'm gonna be looking at the screen like this the entire time, and we can't have that. I will be streaming tomorrow. I don't know exactly what I'll be streaming. it'll either be this. So these are the two things that are going to happen. It's either going to be one of these two things. Either I stream this tomorrow, and next week I'm not streaming Dual Destinies Ace Attorney at all because I'll just be playing Genshin. Or I can play Genshin tomorrow, and then we have an Ace Attorney stream next week, and the other stream is Genshin. So it's not a full Genshin weekend. It's split. I don't know exactly what's going to happen yet. I think it would make more sense to split them as opposed to cutting off all of next weekend. In which case, the next Dual Destiny stream will be next Friday. Just be on the lookout for what pops up on YouTube. Your notifications, because remember everybody, you smash that like button and hit that bell. Having to say that, so I don't, but I probably should. Whatever. All right, everyone, thanks for joining me in my frogginess today. I really appreciate it. Thank you to Trep and the man for re-upping your memberships. I really appreciate you. Like I said, members get access to those vids. I'm going to be divulging some more personal information about my professional life. So if you're interested in that, those are videos that are being produced as we speak. $69 out of 10? Oh, absolutely. Aura Blackwell's great. Fantastic. Fantastic. We'll see more of her next stream. Yeah, just like I said, check your notifications, see what happens tomorrow. If you see Genshin, you know next week we'll have an Ace Attorney stream. If you see Ace Attorney, it means that we're not going to be playing Ace Attorney. So that's the compromise. All right, everyone. You have a good night. I'll see you guys next stream. Till then, we're adjourned.
Like, nice hat.
Please, please,